Welcome to the Metabolic Chronicles Vlogcast, episode
30.
Episode 20 something. Or 30.
It's episode 30.
30. Oh, dirty fucking 30. For dirty motherfuckers.
So, yesterday the big news broke out. We predicted it on this podcast. We said it on this podcast multiple times. Jon Jones got bagged for steroids.
Yep, he lost the most
Fuck
important
everything else. We were going to talk about a whole bunch of other shit before. But Jon Jones done fucked up again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been saying this for the longest to anybody who ever heard me, everybody knows me in person, and we talk about MMA. You know, for the longest I've been saying this motherfucker's on steroids. He's on fucking steroids. You shouldn't be 28 years old with dick problems, or 29 years old with dick problems.
Word.
And then on top of that, you look like shit when Nova St. Prune when USADA came in. Now all of a sudden you're fighting DC and you're back to being ripped old Jon Jones.
Yeah.
Not as big, but you were ripped as fuck.
He was ripped and eating ice cream.
And eating ice cream. And fuck you. Oh,
and fuck you
made
too.
DC cry. That's what got me so mad.
Look,
DC cried.
you said to all my haters,
No.
nigga, we ain't hating on you, man. You a fucking cheater.
No, what made this shit so good was that after he beat Daniel Cormier, he posted, I think it was on his Twitter page,
Yeah.
that he said, last fight, DC said that I must have been on steroids to beat him. I'm wondering what he's going to say now. He's going to say, you were on steroids.
And then you got back for a bad steroid too, a straight up anabolic. Like, I want to hear the excuse.
It was in his hemorrhoid cream.
I want to hear the fuck you, Jon Jones. DC is the GOAT by default.
Yeah.
DC's resume, I don't give a fuck what anybody say, oh, he lost to Jon Jones twice. Asterisk on the side of that shit. Asterisk on the whole fucking career of Jon Jones. On the whole fucking career. Because we seen what he looked like when he was off of that shit, when he fought Oven St. Preux. We seen it.
Yeah, the steroid that he got popped for was a steroid called Turinabol. It's an anabolic steroid. So it wasn't like they caught him with maskers or anything else or any other weird banned substance. You got caught with a steroid. Because usually when fighters get caught with anything, it'll say
Masking agent.
Yeah, it's a masking agent, but they'll say they were flagged for a potential violation.
He failed the test.
Yeah. You outright got hit with, you failed your drug test. So, yeah.
Fuck you. I'm so happy. This was like the birth of a son. Like, cause I fucking hate you. This whole mightier than thou shit you used to be on. Then all of a sudden, I changed my life around, motherfucker. And now all of a sudden, you do the same shit you always do. You sabotage your fucking career. DC is the champ. Strip him of his title. Give him the 4-year ban. His career is over. He is done. Nobody's gonna want to see Jon Jones no more.
Y'all motherfuckers need to stop saying DC couldn't have it, he couldn't take it, he could stop.
Yeah,
DC's a good fighter. Stop trying to put Jawbone Jones ahead of him.
I'm just gonna say this: we are gonna see Jon Jones versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, because they both juiced up now.
Yeah.
So now you have the perfect story.
Oh yeah, two juiced up fucking juice heads.
And also what we were talking about is like, did the UFC know he failed his test? And they let the fight go on. Because if that's the case, DC has a strong case to, if he wants to, I don't think he's going to do it because he seems like a company guy.
I mean, he should though. They put him at risk.
They put him at risk.
If they knew that fight, if they knew that he was on whatever, they put him at. They knew
he failed his test.
Yeah.
That's not good.
This was the same drug that Frank Mir was suspended for.
But this puts a big asterisk star on Jon Jones' whole career.
It's tainted.
Like, one time it's like, alright. But nigga, you got back twice. Twice with steroids. And so all these niggas like, oh well, he still beat DC. It still takes skill. Yeah. But look at Vitor without TRT and look at Vitor with TRT.
Facts.
He was a destroyer when he was on TRT. Knocked out Bisbing. Knocked out Dan Henderson. Knocked out Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, he started throwing kicks. That's how good it was. It added an extra weapon to it.
Yeah. When you ever seen Jon Jones knock niggas out with head kicks? Never.
Not in my head.
Never. Never. DC is the GOAT. He really is undefeated if you want to look at it.
Y'all motherfuckers need to stop being bitches and admit the fact that Jon Jones is a fucking cheater. He's a great fighter, but it doesn't negate the fact that he fucking juiced up.
I mean, you can't really make the case for him being a great fighter.
You can't make him a great fighter no more because it's like you using something to enhance your ability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it just calls all of his wins into doubt.
They all second guess.
So, I mean, Jon Jones is denying it like always. He's probably gonna hold a press conference and cry at the press conference.
Oh, cry me a river. Build a
Like
bridge
last
and
time.
jump the fuck over it, man.
Like last time. But
His Instagram has been strangely quiet.
he has me blocked. In case this
that's
has
the
been the
reason.
ongoing theme in the vlogcast. He's had me blocked for years already.
That's the reason
And
why.
I'm probably gonna be blocked for life now. But fuck you.
Yeah, because he watches this podcast.
Hey,
I know.
He does.
He does.
He
He
hates,
does.
He hates Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas isn't that famous. So he probably watches this. If you're watching this,
Yo.
fuck you, Jon Jones. Fuck you. I'll fight you off with you fucking steroids. No, I won't.
Nah, chill.
Give me Diego Sanchez. I'll fight Diego Sanchez. But yeah, fuck you.
Nah,
This is like the happiest day ever because it just, you know what it was? Eating so much shit from Jon Jones fans when DC got knocked out.
You was getting trolled.
Yeah, and DC was crying, and that shit hurt my heart. And all you Jon Jones fans,
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. And I had to concede to that fact and go, he is the GOAT. But now I know he's not the GOAT. He's not. He's a fucking cheater.
Ain't nothing worse than a cheater.
Speaking of somebody getting popped, Junior Dos Santos got popped by USADA. He's claiming tainted supplements. We'll see. I think it was a dietary pill or some shit like that they gave him when he was sick. His doctor gave it to him. So he got popped by USADA, but they're clearing that up. I don't believe Junior Dos is on steroids because he doesn't.
Yeah.
His body over the years has looked like it's been getting older.
Yeah, and on top of that, he was flagged for a potential violation.
Your potential. So
He didn't fail.
yeah. The fight. We're gonna go back to Jon Jones. I just want to go away from him for a second. Diego Sanchez versus Matt Brown for UFC Fight Night. They just want to kill Diego Sanchez. I mean, really.
And Diego Sanchez wants to.
Yeah, I think Diego Sanchez wants to kill Diego
He just
Sanchez.
wants to die in the ring.
Granted, Matt Brown is over the hill. He's not the same Matt Brown he used to be. But to put Diego Sanchez in front of him,
Yeah, but he's immortal.
yeah, he's got nothing to do with fighting ability. But for putting Diego Sanchez in front of Matt Brown, it's like throwing a chihuahua into a wood chipper. It's gonna like the chihuahua gonna look great, but once you throw it in there, it's gonna get sliced up. They need to retire Diego Sanchez. He's gonna end up retarded, and he's already retarded. So it's like, come on, bro, you're gonna give him Matt Brown? Matt Brown's huge compared to Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, he's gonna knock what little brains Diego
Sanchez has left in his fucking head. Also another fight that's been announced. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, is back versus Fabricio Verdun for UFC 216. Also, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal for UFC 217. That's gonna be an ill fight. I can't wait to see that one. Terrence Crawford made history last Saturday, by beating Julio Sindongo in the third round with a body shot. He is now the undisputed unified champion of junior welterweight. He has basically all the belts. Nobody's done that in over a decade. So Terrence Crawford did that. Also, what made it even more spectacular was Terrence Crawford beat Ndongo southpaw and schooled him southpaw when Terrence Crawford isn't the southpaw fighter. He made it look incredibly easy. Also, sad news in the world of comedy. Comedian Dick Gregory died at the age of 84.
Yeah.
Also, Jerry Lewis died the next day. I think at 89.
Man. You spoke a lot of knowledge and you predict a lot in the future. Rest in peace, man.
So, leaving, pretty lady. So, yeah, Jerry Lewis. I wasn't too much of a fan of Jerry
The Nutty
Lewis.
Professor?
I wasn't too much of a fan of Jerry Lewis, but I can respect the gangster.
Yeah.
I can respect the gangster.
Besides his old comedy routine, he also had the good charity with Jerry's Kids.
Yeah.
And, you know, he had his classic run with Dean Martin. They're back together now.
leaving. Also, speaking of which, this Saturday is the fight of the millennium. Conor McGregor
The troll of trolls.
versus Paulie Malignaggi. Psych. Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, the last press conference just happened today, so that means Friday is going to be the weigh-ins. I'm going to watch this fight. I'll be rooting for Conor McGregor. I'm going to be on my British Schwab shit. I just want to be part of the spectacle. I'm going with Conor. I keep saying it. I'm going with Conor. It's just too good of a bet not to pass up. So I'm going with Conor. Also, in the spectacle that is Mac May, McGregor and Paulie Malignaggi almost got into it the day before in Las Vegas
at a press scrum.
At a press scrum. What I found funny though was when Paulie's talking to Conor's manager, Conor approaches him on some civil shit, like, cause he even says himself, "I like Paulie. He's a little crazy, but I like him." So he's talking to him, and at first, Paulie is acting. He's talking low, you know, kind of civil. But once Paulie saw the cameras were there, he upped the volume and started screaming,
"Don't forget your balls!
Don't forget your balls!" And then Conor got mad and kind of put his fingers in his face and told him, "Get over it.
You got fucked up.
I fucked you up," and that was it. And then the funniest part was the cop grabbed Paulie Malignaggi like a little kid and threw it to the side. "Hey man, I'm a fighter."
I'm a fighter. What are you doing? I'm a fighter.
And the cop was just like, "Get the fuck out of here." But I see what Paulie's trying to do. Like, he's really trying to get Red Panty Night popping from him. I mean, you know,
but it's coming off as sad.
yeah, it's coming off as sad and desperate. I know, I'm still hearing the boxing fans talking about, well, I still believe Paulie beat up Conor for the sparring matches. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Whenever you see whatever pictures, even in the later rounds, Paulie's face looks like mush. Like, it looks like mush. So I have a hard time believing that all of a sudden Conor can rally back in the 12th and 11th round after taking this beating by Paulie Malignaggi and fucking him up.
I'm going to say this. One, Paulie Malignaggi came to that fight camp.
Oh yeah, he was out of shape.
He was out of shape. He wasn't in 12-round fighting shape. Obviously, he was going to go there to spar. Conor McGregor brought him there to beat him up.
Of course.
That's pretty much it.
And he kind of said it though.
Yeah, he's like, he talked a lot of shit. So this was a way to legally beat him up. And
get my boxing skills up.
Yeah, and get some free training in while I'm at it.
Fuck him up.
Because with their sparring and their work, it was weird because it wasn't like normal sparring that boxers would do, where you fight 12 whatever rounds.
Yeah, but you switch fighters.
Yeah, you keep switching out.
So you have fresh looks.
Yeah.
while you sparring. I mean, they do it in MMA too.
Yeah. But with Paulie, it was
He put him for a straight 12
he put him for a straight 12.
to beat his ass.
So yeah, I mean Conor, he was just being a dick. He was just beating him up. Like, hey, you want to talk shit? All right.
You beat me with one hand tied behind your back.
So he beat his ass. When Paul Malignaggi saying that the only reason he started talking and defending himself about this whole thing was because apparently Conor's camp started talking about it, and they put out pictures, and he had to defend himself. So he's not talking out of contract. He's saying if anything, they broke contract first because they put out the pictures. If what I understand correctly is that the McGregor camp only put out one photo.
And that was the one of Conor hands behind his back.
It was a photo of them in the ring. Conor had his hands behind his back.
There's no contact, no nothing. So.
Yeah, so it's just them standing in the ring.
But Paulie, once that picture came out, Paulie went off.
So after that picture comes out, Paulie starts exploding. Another picture comes out.
That wasn't authorized by
Yeah,
Conor.
that wasn't authorized by the McGregor camp. That I believe showed Malignaggi getting knocked the fuck out.
No, it was him getting punched.
Getting punched. Alright, bet.
So then Malignaggi went on another fucking rant.
So he went on a tirade.
And then Paulie brought up the knockdown. Paulie was the one who brought up the
Yeah,
knockdown.
so then he started talking shit. He was like, yeah, put out the footage. Blah, blah, blah. So they put out the footage. Because he tried to say it was a pushdown. You watch that video.
Definitely not a pushdown.
It's not a pushdown. He got knocked the fuck out. Going back to that media scrum, after his whole little scuffle and little rant with Conor, he was speaking to the press, and then he was claiming that the fight footage was edited to make him look bad. That he wants them to put out the video from a single camera shot. He's like, every time you see those videos where it cuts to a different angle from a different camera, you don't know what round it is, and it could be something else. Like it's like he says sparring footage is not supposed to be like that. It's like you can't tell what round it is. So they edited it to make Conor look better when he's fighting. And I'm like,
Paulie, just stop.
Paulie, you're pushing you're turning into fucking Mulder from X-Files, bro.
Yo, Paulie, sit your ass down.
Yeah, we know the truth is out there. We'll see it after the fight. All right.
Exactly. You know they're not gonna release the footage. You know that. Right?
Yeah, he knows all that, but I get what he's doing. He's trying to angle for a fight, but the thing is, you're coming off as like a weird, crazy ex-girlfriend. Like you can't get over the fact that your time at the camp is over. That's it. It's done.
And then the worst part is, since he did all this shit, now he's out, I think, from the broadcasting team. Because he can't have a biased opinion when you got beef with a dude.
Yeah, you can't be unbiased when you actually have an active thing going on against one of the guys you're supposed to be covering. So he may have cost himself
a check
from Showtime being part of the commentary team. So congratulations, Paul. You played yourself. That's pretty much
fucking genius. But yeah, Saturday's a big fight. Also, Cotto's fighting on that night. He's fighting some Japanese dude nobody gives a shit about. What else? Oh yeah. Going into sneaker news, Nike and designer Virgil Abloh of boutique called Off-White are dropping a collaboration entitled The 10. It will be split into two categories, 5 of them called Revealing and the other Ghosting. The Revealing pack or set, you want to call it, whatever, is an Air Jordan 1, a Nike Air Max 90, a Nike Air Presto, Nike Air Vapor Max, and Nike Blazer Mid. The Ghosting pair, which is, the sneakers kind of all look translucent. A Converse Chuck Taylor, because in case you didn't know, Nike bought Converse, so it's a Converse Chuck Taylor, a Nike High Hyper Dunk, an Air Max 97, an Air Force One, and a Vaporfly. The first set is coming out September 1st. That's going to be the revealing ones. The most expensive one out that one is going to be the Nike Air Vapor Max, which is going to be $250. Everything else is $130, and the Air Jordan 1 is $180. The resellers are already selling the Air Jordan 1 for like $1,500 or $1,800.
Why? Cause then already got their pre-order. Is that it?
Niggas, cause some people they just want early releases, so they're so thirsty for it. Instead of standing online, you already got like some niggas that, since they got the hookup,
Yeah.
they selling them shits, and niggas are paying it. I mean, look, when the sneakers come, just get it. That's it. It's gonna be released online and on boutique. So if you really want the sneakers, stand in line, or stand by your phone and
Stand in line.
Yeah.
What kind of crazy talk is
Nah.
Some people
Oh
stand in
no.
that? Stand in line like a peasant?
Actually, though, the sneakers that I do like from this set are the Air Jordan 1. It looks like something out of an Akira cartoon.
Oh, so that's the one?
Yeah.
Here, looking
Yeah.
Alright.
The Nike Air Vapor Max looks dope. I like what he did with it. And also, I like the Nike Air Presto. Even though I'm not a fan of the Nike Air Presto, the way they hooked it up on this one, it looks pretty dope. So I was like, that's cool. If any sneaker I would buy from this collection, it'd be the Air Jordan 1. Because that one I can actually see myself wearing it. But besides that, the other one's not really. I mean, the Nike Air Max 90, the Air Max 90 looks pretty dope too. But, me and Nike, it depends. Like I said, I'll definitely buy the Air Jordan 1 if I had the money. But there's a Dear Door collab coming out that month, so sorry, Jordan. But yeah. Now let's get back to Jon Jones. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
We were wrong. The prediction was true.
You know what's the worst part? You know what's the worst part? I was a huge fan of Jon Jones when he came out.
That's how like me with A-Rod when I was a kid.
Like, I was a huge fan of him. Remember, Ricky? And y'all guys hated the fact that I love Jon Jones? I used to love fucking Jon Jones. And then he fucked up, and I was like, it's EBI.
This is the part where I wish I had that button. That he lied. Y'all worshipped him. He lied.
Oh, that's the flag. But yeah, like, only thing I didn't like about Jon Jones when he first came out, I knew that he wasn't humble. Like, he had this fake, fake nice guy persona, and I used to hate that shit about him, even though I loved him as a fighter. And when DC finally fought him, DC brought it out of him. Then everybody got to see the real Jon Jones.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what. But I became a fan of DC because of Jon Jones being so goddamn phony. That's weird.
I ain't printing nothing.
Nobody
What you talking about? Printing what?
It's the ghost of Jon Jones' career. So it's coming to haunt us. So yeah, I kind of like. I like DC more. Like, for some reason, like, I used to watch him in Strike Force, and I like the way he fight, and I love the way he carried himself, and I was a big fan.
He's always been more genuine.
Yeah, he's always been more genuine. Like, he's always been that guy with his heart on his sleeve, and I just love that about him.
Class A.
Class A dude. Also, DC's response to Jon Jones getting popped was classy as fuck. He said, "You gotta go to due process. I'm not gonna judge nobody right now."
Yeah.
That was classy as fuck on his
I
part.
actually have the quote right here. He's like, it's hard to find the words to describe how I'm feeling right now. I'm disappointed to hear the news. It's very emotional. We as athletes are entitled to due process, and I will refrain from saying much more until I know exactly what happened. In my mind, on July 29th, I competed and I lost. I thought Jon Jones was the better man that day. I don't know what to think anymore. I can't believe we are all going through this again. We will see what happens next. Thank you to all my fans who have supported me during this dark time. I love you all very much.
That's fucked up again.
The man is pure class.
Class A.
Like, that's the bottom line with DC. Like, say what you want about him. A lot of people hate him for being such a nice guy, and he's very much the nice guy who finishes the last.
Who? I was just about to say that. Who sang that song? Was it Green Day?
Like, he's very much the nice guy who finishes last. But as they say, he who lasts last
best.
laughs best.
Yep.
Um,
And he was Jon Jones is running out of gas.
Yeah, so he's always been like, yeah, he likes to start shit and he likes to talk shit, but when it comes to his opponents and everything, he's never ever once disrespected any of them outside of Jon Jones. Like him and his rivalry with Rumble Johnson,
Always classy.
it was always classy between the both of them. Like they would crack jokes and make fun of each other, but it was always with respect. Same thing with Gustafson. Total
Everybody
class.
he's ever fought.
Yeah, everybody he's ever fought, it's always been
Mutual.
respect. The difference was with Jon Jones. Jon Jones disrespected him prior to that, like prior to their actual meeting, and on top of that, he looked at Jon Jones and he saw a phony there. Like he knew that wasn't, like that persona that Jon Jones put out there was never actually what Jon Jones was. So DC being DC, he dragged out that side of Jon Jones into the light.
And it was amazing.
It was amazing to watch.
It made for amazing. It made for historical MMA.
Yeah, it was a great rivalry.
And it's sad that it ends like this.
Yeah, it's sad that it ends with such a sour note. Cause I was like, even I was willing to give Jon Jones that one. Like, yo, he won that fight. He won it convincingly. He looked good. And then you find out, oh yeah, he failed his pre-fight drug test. Like one of his early random screenings from USADA. So like you just kind of tainted everything.
And the thing is, USADA is not like, oh, we flagged you, and all of a sudden they put it out there. They test that shit a bunch of times to make sure
Yeah, if
that's what it is.
According to what USADA has always said about their testing system is, if you pop positive for something, doesn't matter what it is. If you pop positive for a banned substance, they go back in and they check those results again. They run the test again. They run different tests to see if what happened wasn't just some
anomaly.
Yeah, some random anomaly, or whatever with that sample. They take the next sample and they use that again. They use that exact same vial, whatever of urine or whatever it is, and they test it again. And if it comes up again and it keeps coming up, then obviously there's something there. And the fact that he popped for an anabolic steroid
Says a lot.
says a lot. Exactly, it does say a lot. He has the right to appeal.
He's not gonna win it.
He has the right to appeal that and go with a B sample. Because you always have to give them two samples. You give them the A sample, which is the sample they normally use, and have a B sample, which in case anything happens,
They basically keep that on ice.
yeah, they keep that off to the side. So if anything goes wrong with the first sample, let's say you pop for something, they can always test the B sample, and if it comes up clean, you're free and clear.
That bitch comes up dirty.
It's gonna come up dirty. I guarantee you.
But I mean, it'll be telling what happens. If he decides to try to appeal it, the penalty is gonna be worse for him.
He's gonna get banged for 4 years anyway because this is his second offense.
Fucked.
Yeah, I mean, either way, his career's pretty much done at this point.
So congratulations. You really fucked yourself over yet again.
I mean, that's the sad part about Jon Jones. Jon Jones is he just can't get out of his own way. Like he literally has the most potential to probably be the greatest fighter since Anderson Silva in MMA.
He could have been the Michael Jordan of MMA.
Yeah,
Easily.
very easily. Like he was the guy who was set to surpass Anderson Silva as the greatest fighter in MMA. He was doing things in that ring and making it look easy. He was doing really high level striking, high level everything, and making it look easy. He was really creative with his strikes. Everything he did made it look easy. He made tough opponents look like light work. And I don't know, either the fame got to his head or he just can't. He just saw he had a good thing going and he had to ruin it. I don't understand what it is, but the man just can't get out of his own damn way. After getting popped for the cocaine,
And hitting the chick in the car.
yeah, hitting the pregnant lady in the car, arguing with the cops.
Then got back for steroids first time.
Then you got hit with steroids. You got flagged for the estrogen blockers.
Yeah.
So you were flagged. He goes to the hearing, and instead of, you know, acting professional,
Says dick pills.
he's talking about, oh, it's dick pills. Like, what?
Inexcusable, man. Inexcusable.
Like, you need to grow the fuck up.
And then the worst part, like, you just keep losing sponsors behind that. Like, I remember he lost the Nike sponsor after the Cormier brawl, remember?
Yeah.
They started calling him pussy and all this wild shit, and I'm like, what is wrong with this dude?
Like, this is a lot. Like,
It's a big fucking ego.
And then after the car crash shit, he lost his Reebok deal.
yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel sorry. As much as we're making fun of it and we're cracking jokes, I feel sorry for the guy because this is a guy who literally he's literally throwing away everything.
I can't feel sorry for a guy who's responsible.
I mean,
I feel sorry
On
for him
his
because at the
own
end of the day,
destiny.
he has a family to take care of.
But
Yeah.
everybody.
So I feel bad for him on that.
I feel bad for his family, but not him.
I feel bad for him because like he obviously he doesn't have anybody there to
Oh,
set him
if he
straight.
does, he's just
He's
refusing to listen.
He
Yeah.
has a big fucking ego,
Like
man.
the man needs help. There's something wrong with this dude. Like he's really set to destroy himself. Like it's ridiculous how you take this talent that you have, and again, he's one of the most talented fighters in the game, period, and just pissed all that away. You pissed away your legacy. You pissed away your career. You pissed away everything.
You had zero fuck given.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
it's fucking sad. Like it's sad to watch. Like you see all this potential, and you're like, I'm gonna piss it all away.
Yeah, man. How you do that? How can you do that? Like,
Now, Jon Jones is the man when
Yeah.
it comes to that.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT when it comes to that.
yeah.
Also, last Saturday's episode of Game of Thrones was the shit.
Tom Brady did his thing on that episode.
The Night King,
Tom Brady.
that nigga hits everything. Yo, fucking amazing episode. The chemistry between the Hound and what's the guy with the red hair? Thorin is amazing.
Fucking guy.
I would love to see them have a spinoff.
Fucking hound, man.
They would be amazing as a spinoff show.
Yeah.
Those two just walking around being stupid would be amazing. Everything about that show was dope. The ending was fucking dope. Fucking ice dragons. Ah, like holy
Like,
shit.
It's about to go down.
It's funny because like I remember we were watching a video where people I don't remember if I was watching it with you, but I saw a video and they were like Game of Thrones is losing what made it so great was the fact that it was, you know, these small little stories between everything. I'm like, yeah, like that whole everything that was there that was initially building up in that fantasy setting with the political intrigue and everything.
It's still there.
It's all still there, but it's also been building, even in the books, to become a high fantasy epic.
Yeah.
Like the fact
The
that
point when the dragons are gonna fight
yeah,
the dead, and then you're gonna fight the White Walkers. Like it was building to that since the beginning.
so like everybody always focused on the at least a lot of people are getting mad like, oh, now it's turning into this big fantasy thing, and
But that was always his.
what people kept forgetting is that was the main story that was going on in this entire thing. The battle
Winter is coming.
Yeah, the battle the wars between the Seven Kingdoms, between the Starks and the Lannisters, that actually was that's the side story that's going on. The overarching story was the White Walkers are awake again and they're making their way south, and the army of the dead is coming. Yeah, so that's always been the central part of that story, and that's always been what they were building to. That the fact that the dragons have returned and magic has come back to Westeros, Like all of that is the story of Game of Thrones. That's the Song of Ice and Fire. All the political machinations and the warring kingdoms, all that stuff it's
Secondary.
It's secondary stories. It's just that the initial part of that they had to world build, and that's what he built
to get
from.
you invested.
Yeah, he got you invested with the politics and the entire story there. But there was always that looming story of
When is winter coming?
Daenerys is coming with her dragons, and what's going on in the north. So the fact that everybody's like, oh no, it's just some high fantasy thing. I'm like, yeah,
Always been.
it's coming to its logical conclusion. Same thing with the books. The biggest problem with the books is everybody's like, when the dragons are gonna get to Westeros. The TV series, the dragons have come to Westeros. It's turning into a high fantasy epic now. Get over it. I personally enjoy it. Yes, the timelines are a little weird here and there. And even the producers have admitted that. Like, yeah, we fudge around with the time.
Yeah.
But
that's what makes the show work. Man.
Yeah.
Some things remember, they only got one more season left.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
how long are they gonna drag this shit out?
It sometimes it feels a little like Deus Ex Machina, but like with some of these saves, because of their timelines, but it works within the show, and it seems to work, and it doesn't really it doesn't really destroy the suspension of disbelief on the show. The show itself is still incredibly well written, acted well, very well acted. Again,
Special effects top notch.
again, even next to these giant set pieces that they have going on, like the Battle of the Bastards, or the dragons going through and laying waste to everything, they still have great parts in those episodes where it's just human characters talking and things happening there, and it's still big. The interaction,
Arya and Sansa shit is crazy.
the entire thing with Arya and Sansa, that little story arc that's going on right now, that stuff is really well written. You can sense the tension there and what's going on there, and it's still worthy and it's still engaging. So like they could have done an entire episode doing that, and it still would have been a great episode. When Jon and the crew left out the wall and they're walking out and they're all just talking to each other and getting to know each other, you could have done an entire episode of just them
Fucking
there
hilarious.
talking with each other. Especially between him and Jorah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Like that was really great, and the fact that you see Jon felt really bad, and didn't want to tell him that he was the guy who killed his father. Like he had to do it, but at the same time he didn't want to say, I killed
your pop.
Yeah, I killed the fucking captain. So it's all of that. It's still it's an amazing show. And yeah, Night King, he
Tom Brady of
yeah,
Westeros.
he's Tom Brady of Westeros. For the next draft, he's going to the New England Patriots. He's got a cannon.
Also, the undead bear scene was fucking ill.
Yeah, apparently they've been wanting to put that bear scene in since season 2.
Finally.
Season 2. And the reason it never made it in until now was because the special effects team was like, it's too expensive. We can't do it. It's too expensive.
But now they have the budget, so.
Yeah, now they have the budget, and I don't think they care now because they're like, yo, we're the last 2 fucking seasons.
So we're gonna go all out.
We're gonna go balls in. So that's
probably one of the best Game of Thrones episodes ever.
It's a really well.
Beyond the Wall is probably one of the best Game of Thrones episodes ever. Like that shit had everything. It was funny. It had mass suspense. I mean, then Uncle Benjamin showed up. It was fuck. I don't give a fuck if people are like, oh, spoilers. The show passed already. It's been passed. If you didn't watch it, it even fucking leaked. So if you haven't watched it, you ain't shit.
Yeah, and plus this is probably gonna be up by like Friday.
Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna be up by Friday. This shit coming up today. Fucking today. This shit is already Saturday 8 p.m. I ain't repeating it again. Don't look at me. Don't watch me. Watch the camera.
Alright. So today is Wednesday, 6:28 p.m. We're recording this right now.
Yep.
If you see this shit come on Friday, and you live in New York,
Throw me.
you can hit Mark with a can of tuna fish. It's all good.
Damn, a can of tuna fish. No eggs, no tomatoes.
Black
What
Rock.
the fuck?
Can of tuna fish.
We're gonna Black
Not
Rock.
even a ball of duct tape on some
No.
Yankee Parade shit.
You're gonna get Black
Can of
Rock.
tuna
You're
fish.
gonna get Black Rock. Nigga.
What else? What else is to talk about?
Oh, Defenders.
Oh, Defenders came out. I binge watched it in one day. It's good. It's not great. I love what Marvel did with it. It's a pretty good show. As always, you know, everybody's main gripe is Iron Fist. I like the way Marvel acknowledged that he's a fucking idiot in the show, and he still does idiot shit in the show, and everybody has to sun him on the show, especially Daredevil. If you haven't watched Defenders, too bad. There's gonna be spoilers here right now, so you can tune out if you want.
Yeah, for real.
Daredevil on the show. He's
He's basically the de facto leader.
Yeah. Iron Fist is basically like, notice me, senpai.
Yeah.
He loves the Daredevil. He wants
I think the next season of Iron Fist, he's probably gonna take over where Daredevil left off. Because at the end of Defenders, he seems like he was very adamant on taking over what Daredevil started.
I mean,
because you know, the fight scenes in this and the Defenders were a lot better than what they were in Iron Fist.
yeah.
A lot better.
I mean, I was
Also, Iron Fist used the Iron Fist a lot more instead of, you know, oh, we gotta wait 8 episodes for him to make his hands go. So it was pretty good. Yeah, I got the cheese. So also, it looks like they might be leaning towards the Heroes for Hire show, because they were having a little chemistry between him and Luke Cage.
Yeah, I mean, what I was reading online, when people were talking about the show, when they were beefing, like, what people didn't like, which I kind of liked, was they were saying that the show feels like they mashed together 4 different shows, in terms of style and everything. And I was like, that makes sense for the first episodes where everybody's got their own storylines going before it all converges. So everybody's scenes are shot like they were
On their show.
Because
they even have their own music.
Yeah, so they each have their own individual music.
Oh, protect your neck.
That fit.
Oh yeah, when they did Protect Your Neck.
Protect your neck.
Yeah.
That was dope.
That
was fighting with Protect Your Neck. That was
yeah,
dope.
when like that fits with the aesthetic of each of their shows. So like Luke Cage has a lot of the hip hop stuff. Daredevil has pretty much the soundtrack that Daredevil had. Jessica Jones had her soundtrack. Like
score.
Yeah, and everything worked. To me, I like that. And then once everybody got together, then the show took on its own look, its own style, and everything. The biggest problem with the show, at least with the Defenders, is the hand. They're not very interesting.
Yeah, they're not.
Sigourney Weaver does really well, but the problem is my problem is that they fail to explain the black sky and why
why it's so powerful.
Yeah, why it's so powerful and why it's so important. They don't they don't explain it, and it does, like, just having it there.
And the fact that they were pretty much beating her up whenever they got a chance.
Yeah, so like them saying the black sky is all powerful and everything, and then you don't show it or you don't explain why it's so powerful. Like maybe there's something in Elektra that
Instead of the substance.
yeah, like is she set to do something, or like
Yeah, she's a catalyst for something.
yeah, I don't explain any of that, so it kind of lowers the stakes on everything. But as far as the story itself goes, it wasn't a bad series. It definitely wasn't Iron Fist bad. It was a good show, like as a first setup for a new team. It lays a good groundwork between everybody. Their chemistry is good, so me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing these characters cross over into each other's series from time to time. They definitely do lay that groundwork for a Heroes for Hire series somewhere down the line, because Iron Fist and Luke Cage
Seems to be buddy.
Yeah, this is buddy, but there's also like a pissing contest going here and there between them,
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
which is great. And what I liked is that they started giving, besides Iron Fist, like Iron Fist is the least annoying thing on that show, finally. And I like the fact that they're giving him more of a personality and a more of a sense of humor. There's a scene where when they're in like a Chinese restaurant, and he's like, yeah, no, I told him I'll order 4 of everything. I'll put it in the card. Like I just put it on my black card.
He's so rich.
Yeah. So like he starts playing it like that, and it's great. And he's the one who's trying to put the team together. He's like, you see what's happening here? And he actually has a fucking personality, and he's not.
Some dry guy.
Yeah, he's not dry.
Always
and stupid.
sad and angry.
Looking pitiful.
Yeah, so it worked. So at least this time around it worked. Also, the choreography, even for him, was really well done this time around. And yeah, so they did a good job with it.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
If a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it 7.5, 8.
I was just about to say 7.5, 8 as well.
Yeah.
7.5, 8.
But only reason why I give it that little 8, you know what I'm saying, because the ending, you know.
I give it
Punisher.
nah, I give it a hard 7 as far as the series itself goes. Wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
What the hell was that? Oh shit, Johnny Blaze.
Oh, that was fake spoiler.
I know, yo. I was like, why are you lying, yo?
Because that's what I do.
I was gonna type it. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna let everybody else fall for that dumb shit.
You should see what I do with Game of Thrones
Yes,
sometimes.
my brother puts a lot of
I've had people believe shit and they be like, yo, he's spoiling everything, and then they watch it like, fuck you, you asshole.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah. I tricked people before where I told them Captain America was on Daredevil.
Oh wow.
And
They actually believe that shit.
and they
too.
believe
Of course, because it's Marvel.
Yeah.
It's not that far-fetched.
yeah, it's not like to lie and make shit up like on
It has to
some
be-
TV shows. It has to feel believable.
Yeah.
So like if I'm like, oh shit, they got Johnny Blaze on the show, and everybody's like, oh, they might have the Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider's already part of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, because he's
Agents of
on
S.H.I.E.L.D..
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So like putting Johnny Blaze in the fucking show is really not that much of a
Yeah,
thing.
that's true.
Plus they
But-
got they got the rights back for that.
It's a big psycho, Mike.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, the trailer for Punisher is pretty dope.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
if you wait for the end credits of the last episode of Defenders, you get to see the Punisher teaser trailer.
Mhm.
I can't wait for that fucking
Oh,
show.
man. So
I
fucking
cannot
brutal.
wait for that show.
That show is looking
So
really good.
fucking brutal.
John Bernthal is definitely
He's the best
I was
Punisher.
a
we
fan
ever
of you since The Walking Dead when you played grimy ass Shane.
like he's really
Fucking
he really falls into that role really well. Past couple of days I've actually been watching some of Daredevil season 2 when he first showed up, and
The Hospital. That's still my favorite.
and he's like you just see it there, like there's that intensity that he has.
Felt it.
Yeah, he's just
He's real intense as a Punisher.
yeah,
I love it.
He's as close to a comic perfect version of the Punisher as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Better than y'all was I say better? So better than Thomas Jane.
I like Tom James Punisher.
I love Tom James Punisher. It's just they fucked his shit up.
Yeah, they nerfed him so hard for that. Like they nerfed that movie so hard. One, it was
They cut a lot of the budget.
they cut half the budget, so they had half the time to shoot.
That was sad too.
Yeah, they cut their budget in half, and they cut their shooting time in half.
What about the story they rushed? 'Cause
Plus-
the way the story, the background story, they rushed.
Well, plus they also like they didn't have any time to do anything. Plus they so they had to shoot it on the cheap, and they had to fit it into a fucking PG-13
Yeah.
rating. Because at the time Marvel had a thing with
No, that was rated R.
No.
No, that was rated R. I remember seeing that. I was happy it was rated R. That was the scene. Yeah, we checked. I remember that. I definitely remember that. 'Cause I was amped about that shit.
The first Punisher that was
Yes.
rated R was a Warzone, I believe.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm so sorry about that. It was the Warzone.
Warzone.
The brutal, good action, but horrible fucking film.
After the movie, I can't even watch that movie. Well, yeah.
No, this does you have music this week? No.
Music. What came out this week? Nothing really.
Nah, nothing that matters to you.
Nothing that matters to me.
Oh, Joe Budden. Eminem better than Tupac. I can't. No, the reason why I say I can't is because Eminem is still alive. He had a long career. Pac, it was just.
Doesn't matter. Lyrically,
I can't really like. That's a different type. That's a long debate. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like everybody saying the same thing about Big. Big only had 2 albums. You understand?
Better songwriter, I give it a Pac.
Granted.
Yeah.
Better songwriter's Pac.
Lyrically, I'm looking for it right now. They won't give me it.
What? Lyrically, Eminem is way more advanced than Pac.
Yeah.
Also, album-wise, Eminem is better than Pac. Pac's albums haven't. Only one that's like the most solid out of all of them.
All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me.
To me, the most solid one, I always will say Me Against the World. But
Me Against the World's good. It's a good album, but there's some songs that are ass.
yeah, there's two, 3 songs of the commercial ones that everybody else on there.
Like, Tupac, to me, Tupac,
He was never like.
I was rated
I told you, because the violent scene that happened between Punisher and Kevin Nash's character, that was when he threw the pot on, it was brutal as shit. I remember that. So.
Oh, got one wrong. So yeah, Eminem to me is better than Pac.
Yeah, lyrically he's better than Pac.
Album-wise, he's better than Pac.
Content, like songwriter-wise,
Nah, Pac is better songwriter.
Yeah.
You'll never hear something like Dear Mama or Keep Your Head Up from
yeah.
Eminem.
Oh, no. You got the opposite of, you know what I'm saying? Of Dear Mama. It wasn't no Dear Mama, it was Fuck You Mama.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta go Eminem. Maybe because he's also big. Well, Pac's a big influence on me too, but Eminem's I think
He's a huge.
He's a bigger influence.
He's a huge. That's what I said. It's just.
And I mean, both of those guys I looked up to, so I take cues from both of them. But if you were to tell me pick who over who, I'm going with Eminem. I mean, but not by much either, because Pac's catalog is very fucking heavy. You know, for a guy that only died at 25, was it 25 or 26? 25. His catalog is retarded. So he has a lot of work on his belt.
He was a prolific writer.
But yeah. I mean, I agree with Joe Budden. Eminem's better than Pac. I agree with him.
As soon as it came out, I was just like.
And I don't agree with everything Joe Budden says, because sometimes I feel like he's pandering to the new generation.
Me personally, I think Tupac is better than Eminem.
Are you saying that to troll, or are you being very honest?
No, I'm just being honest.
I'm being honest, he's better, because he's black. Me and Lil Jamar,
Now you trolling.
we're gonna, like, that's straight up. Eminem's white, so he can't be the best rapper in the world. Tupac is black, so he's better.
Well,
Facts.
your hand, so.
Facts. Lord Jamar logic.
Facts, God.
There you go.
But yeah, that's basically, what else we talk about? This is Defenders, King,
The last
Game of Thrones.
the DC news. I don't know what they're doing with the Joker movie, but they're talking about.
Oh, there's a Joker.
Martin Scorsese's supposed to be producing it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Todd Phillips.
I am against it. I am against it.
Same
I
here.
am against it.
Don't
I
like
am
that.
against
Don't
it.
like
There's
it.
a Joker Origins movie.
Yeah.
Supposedly in the work. I am against it.
Okay, so apparently this
I am against it.
apparently this Joker film is not going to be based in any of the DCU lore. So it's not going to be Jared Leto's Joker.
Thank God.
He is scheduled to reprise his role in Suicide Squad 2 and in the Harley Quinn movie, because there's a Harley Quinn movie.
And possibly Justice League 2. Be prepared for that.
DC, y'all
Possibly.
gonna drop some real hot stinkers right now.
So yeah, because you know.
Well, the Josh Whedon doing
It doesn't
Justice
matter,
League
man.
2.
Suicide Squad should
I'm
have
talking
been.
about Justice League. I ain't talking about no Suicide
A one and done.
Suicide Squad should have been put out to pasture after that first film.
They should, look,
And
David
they
Ayers should just said, you know what? Listen, I'm gonna add all the Joker footage and then just let it be the Joker
That's
movie.
it, man.
They the villain,
When they added the extra scenes to fucking Suicide Squad, it didn't help.
but there was more footage.
Yeah, I know.
Way more. It's like over like 2 hours
I
worth
know.
of
Jared
Joker.
No, the movie's not good.
Jared Leto was upset. He's like, yeah, we shot a lot of scenes for this fucking thing, and none of them made it into the film.
Yep.
But the problem is, his Joker sucks.
It does.
So it's terrible. So
I like it.
anyway,
It's terrible.
going back to the going back to that the Joker origin story. It's being co-written by the writer of The Hangover, who's also directing it. It's being produced by it's him and the writer from 8 Mile that are writing the script. He's directing. Martin Scorsese's on there as a producer. It's being put on a Warner Brothers brand that doesn't have a name yet, but it's supposed to be doing the superhero movies and taking them, doing iterations of them, using different actors, and they're not going to be a part of the DCU, which makes no fucking sense.
Warner, I'm at a point right now. Just give the fucking property to fucking Marvel.
Give it to Marvel.
Disney,
Yeah.
Disney,
Give to
or
Marvel.
something, man,
Give the-
because y'all not directing the shit right, man.
Give
Y'all doing
the rights back to
to
Marvel,
Marvel.
alright? You obviously don't know what you're doing with fucking the DCU. Marvel can fix that for you.
Just give this.
They can lay out your roadmap. Yeah, so it's not going to take place in any of the DCU stuff. Apparently they're going to get a different actor to play the Joker.
And they say they're gonna take it back into the 80s. What
Yeah.
the fuck is that?
Supposedly they're going to get a different actor. He's going to be like a younger version of the Joker. So do with that what you will. I think it's a stupid idea. If you're gonna do a Joker film or a film based on with the Joker in it, whether it's an origin story or not, which one you shouldn't do an origin story with the Joker anyway, because that's part
what
of
makes the Joker the Joker.
Mysterious.
It's the fact that he has multiple origin stories that makes the Joker great. He makes it up on the fly. It's what made Heath Ledger's Joker so good, was the fact that he kept changing
His origin.
the story about how he got those scars. There's a famous line the Joker said that he likes to keep his past multiple choice, so he gets to pick his own adventure when it comes to who the fuck he was, since he himself can't really remember it anyway. Yeah, I don't get why they want to do this origin story with the Joker. If you're gonna put Joker in a fucking movie, put him in Batman, where
That's
he
it.
fucking belongs. He doesn't need a standalone film. Because all you're going to do is you're going to make a fucking Joker movie and you're going to do what you did with Suicide Squad. Well, all of a sudden he's going to have to be the good guy and he's going to have to be like, oh, well, I guess it's going to be up to me. And he's going to fucking save the fucking, he's going to save the fucking world inadvertently or some stupid shit. Because you're not going to let it end on some evil shit with the Joker doing some really fucked up things. It's not going to happen. It doesn't happen. You don't have the balls to do it. That's pretty much
Shouldn't
it.
make a Joker movie.
Wanda,
Leave-
just chill.
Yeah, leave the fucking Joker alone. Don't make a film with him. Make him an antagonist in
The universe.
the DCU.
Preferably Batman.
Preferably Batman. Find a way to fucking transmogrify Jared Leto into an actual Joker, and
That's why I'll pray and have my two fingers and hope that Matt Reeves.
yeah, like
would
bring
back.
in the 3 Joker deal, and then just cut
Jared
Jared Leto's Joker out completely. He's like, ha!
got killed.
He's like, ha! I'm going to fucking Coast City. Ha ha! He disappears for the rest of the fucking thing.
And everybody's like, where the fuck is he?
He's
Like,
in
what the fuck happened?
He's in Coast City. chilling
What
with
the
Green.
fuck?
He's in the Coast City when
Shut
Coast
up.
City gets blown up and the Green Lantern becomes Parallax. That's later on down the line, so you don't have to see it.
DC's fucking.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. It's
That's
stupid.
it's
not a
cool.
good idea.
It's not cool.
It's not a good idea. Let it be. Don't make it. And the fact that you're trying to make movies based off of spin-offs that don't have anything to do with the universe that you're trying to build, you're just gonna confuse people.
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck y'all doing.
Y'all doing
I
that. You
really
got the
don't know what
Suicide Squad 2, the Gotham Sirens.
Asylum.
No, the Gotham. It's not a.
Gotham Sirens? What
Yeah,
they're doing?
the-
Black Canary and fucking.
There's a Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and there's another Catwoman. That's part. You didn't know that?
Wait, are they gonna do another one of these like Suicide Squad type
The
movies?
the Gotham Sirens. I'm telling you.
That movie's gonna
Look
suck.
at it. Look at it.
That movie-
Look it up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that movie's gonna suck without even knowing the premise of this film. Because again, it's gonna do what Suicide Squad did. We're a team of bad guys.
And guess who's directing that shit?
Oh,
There we go.
There you go.
David Goyer's directing it?
Not David Goyer, but David.
Oh, David Ayer again?
Mhm.
Maybe
He's
this
doing
time they'll
that.
let him actually make his own fucking movie.
This suck.
He fucked. I
up.
can't trust him on this
This up.
one because he
This
fucked
up.
up the last
I
one.
mean, the concept is gonna fall into the same trope again. We're bad guys. We're
But
evil.
we're gonna do something good.
Yeah, something's gonna happen, and we're gonna be like, we're the only ones that can stop it. I guess we're gonna have to do the right thing and fucking go do the thing.
The Deadshot shit.
Yeah, and then be good guys for a little bit and still try to play the whole we're bad guys. Like, no,
Deadshot coming out with his own shit too, right?
It doesn't work. It sucks. It's stupid. Anyway, on to video game news. So, like the Gamescom festival is going on in Germany right now, in Cologne, Germany. Digital Foundry actually has a world exclusive that nobody got a chance to put up. They demoed Skyrim running on Switch. On docked mode, it's running at it looks like it's running at a native 720 at a locked 30 frames per second. More than likely, when it's docked, it's either going to run at 1080p, a native 1080p at 30 frames, or it's going to run somewhere at 900p at 30 frames. None of that is confirmed yet, since this is literally the first time anybody's seen the Skyrim running on the Switch in the wild at all.
In the wild.
Yeah. You know, nobody's ever seen it. It wasn't at E3. It wasn't at any of the other gaming things. And they made no fanfare about it. Like, they just had it sitting on the floor, like the fucking show floor, for people to check out, and nobody noticed that it was there. So Digital Foundry found it, they looked at it, they did like a little analysis of it. The way they see it, it's docked mode, undocked, where it's in handheld. It's running at 720p at 30 frames per second, which is kind of impressive. The fact that you're running around with a game like Skyrim, portable, so you can take it with you, that's kind of dope. So they got that. The PlayStation 4 Amateur, as the OG PlayStation 4 is being called now.
Amateur?
Yeah, because the PlayStation Pro, so the old PlayStation is the PlayStation Amateur. Sony is not calling it that. That's what's being.
I was about to say, what the fuck is going on?
They're releasing a limited edition PlayStation 4 for Gran Turismo, so it's getting its own limited edition version. The PlayStation is going to be like a silver.
Oh, like the original. No, that's silver.
No.
Not the gray. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be like a kind of a gunmetal silver, with the GT logo on top, and it's going to have a like a chrome silver controller as well, with the GT on the touchpad. It looks really dope. It's going to be a 1 terabyte system.
So fancy.
Again, it's kind of sad that it's not a PlayStation Pro version of that, which would have been dope. But you know, take what you can get. It's actually a really good looking system. Yeah, it looks good. So that's supposed to drop when when GT drops too. Final Fantasy 15 is being remade for your phone.
So waiting on
Yeah, so they're doing Final Fantasy 15 as a chibi, like they're changing the graphics to make them like chibi, so they're like little cartoony looking characters. It's still gonna have all the same crap as Final Fantasy 15, so it's still not gonna be very good. There's also unconfirmed talks from the developers that they're bringing Final Fantasy 15 to the Switch, so that's happening too. In other news, nobody cares because we're still waiting for Final Fantasy Fishing with the VR.
Really, Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, there's a fishing Final Fantasy.
I remember you talked about that
Yeah,
one time.
and in more gaming news, Shenmue 3's debut trailer was put out, and
Shenmue, ain't that game old as fuck?
yeah, so Shenmue 3, it actually got announced last year at Sony's E3 press conference. It went into Kickstarter and made $6 million.
Wow.
So it's being published by Deep Silver, and a lot of people were upset with the footage that came out because all of the characters' faces pretty much had no emotion, so they were like stock, static faces. So everybody was mad. They were like, "Oh, the game is this looks terrible. This game's gonna suck." And what everybody keeps forgetting is this game's coming out next year, and the fucking footage that you're watching is alpha build footage. Yu Suzuki came out shortly after after everybody was crying about this fucking trailer, basically said that, yeah, this is early footage. We didn't have the facial animations in yet. We just put it out to show what progress that we're at. Mind you, the trailer that they showed you looks fucking beautiful. It's all in engine. It looks great. The only thing that looks weird on it is the character models. And again, because he said it's early. He's like, it's alpha build. They had facial animations, but for the build that they used to make that trailer, they basically took them out. So everybody's crying and bitching and moaning about how the game looks fucking ugly. This is the same reason. It's the same reason Mass Effect got mauled when it first came out, because everybody was crying about the animations, and pretty much killed the game on arrival. Which kind of works for my segue, because the next one is that BioWare announced that after their next patch for the game, that will be the last patch for Mass Effect Andromeda. It'll also be the end of single-player support for Mass Effect Andromeda. There will be no DLC for Mass Effect Andromeda. Basically, they're saying any storylines that are in the game that were left hanging will be finished in the Mass Effect book series and the comic book series. There'll be no DLC for Mass Effect Andromeda. Well, the reason why I like this is because all of a sudden, after they announced this, everybody who shat on fucking Mass Effect Andromeda when it first came out and was putting out all those memes, like, oh, the game's so fucking horrible, now they're crying, oh, BioWare's abandoning their game. EA is fucking, this is why EA does blah blah blah. They're abandoning this game already. Like, yeah, you guys beat the shit to death. You yelled about it, you cried about it, you made fun of the shit, and like you shat all over it. So they closed down the studio that made it. One. The only thing that's left there was a team that was working on the patches and supporting the multiplayer player side of it, and that's it. So the game got shelved. Basically, the series itself is shelved now. You're welcome. So BioWare basically just went, fuck you, we're taking our ball and we're going home. And to me, that's a G move. They're like, fuck you, you didn't like the game. It's not that bad of a game. It's actually at most, it's average. It's an average title with really good gameplay mechanics. Everybody was bitching about it because it wasn't the be-all, end-all that they wanted it to be, in complete honesty. They killed the game, and now they're like fucking now they're mad that EA and BioWare are shelving Mass Effect for the time being.
Oh, EA Entertainment?
Yeah, EA owns BioWare. So the shit got shelved, and like they're like, we're shelving Mass Effect, and they don't know when they're gonna bring it back. So as of right now, Mass Effect is shelved indefinitely. They're busy working on Anthem and the Dragon Age series, because both those series, like Dragon Age, even the last one, had very good reviews. So they're like, yo, y'all don't like fucking Mass Effect? We're not gonna give you Mass Effect. We're not gonna continue the story. Y'all don't want it. That's it. You can't cry foul when you guys ravaged it, and then like, wait, but we still want more. That doesn't make any sense. Financially, like business-wise, EA is doing the right thing. BioWare is doing the right thing. Why support a game that supposedly nobody wants to play? You did it to yourselves, Internet. You want to cry about everything? It's what happened. There you go.
You know what's funny? Nobody's never satisfied. Can't please everybody.
No, you can't. And like, the sad part was that the game was just, I feel like the game was very unfairly treated when it first dropped. Like, it's not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but like I said, it's average. It's an average title. Yeah, they just shat on it. They were mad about the facial animations and like all the weird animations in the game, and they were like, "Oh, it's fucking terrible." I'm like, "Listen, man, the original Mass Effect had shitty animation. Mass Effect 2 had shitty animation. Mass Effect 3 had shitty animation. One of the biggest games of the year, Skyrim, had shitty animation. But nobody cries about those things. They see it in fucking Mass Effect in Andromeda, that's the one thing you wanted to latch onto, and you basically tanked the game before it dropped. And now you're mad that they're abandoning it. Like it makes perfect business sense for them to abandon it. Like you cut your losses, you move on to the next one, which is gonna be Anthem now. That's gonna be their thing. It looks like it's gonna be a contender for the shared world shooter genre, a la Destiny. So it's gonna be something more like that. And so you're gonna see more of that and fucking Dragon Age. Congratulations, you guys killed Mass Effect. There you go. You got nothing to cry about. You did it to yourselves.
Right.
Rant over.
Well, guys,
Shit happens.
it's
Yeah.
the best in the world.
So that's the end of the Metabolic Chronicles Vlogcast, episode number 30.
Many last words of Jon Jones.
Fuck you, Jon Jones.
Get your life together, Jon.
Jon Jones.
Stop.
You said it's
fucking
coming for
with-
you.
Stop fucking with the roids, man.
Yeah, man.
Fucking cheater.
That's all we gotta say.
Yeah.
Stop cheating.
Like, there's nothing else to say.
Like the old arcade machines used to say, John,
Play at your own.
winners don't do drugs.
You gotta play at your own risk.
Thank you, Jon Jones.
You made everybody's night.
At least he's happy. That's the end of the podcast. We will see you guys after Mayweather McGregor.
Oh, a lot of shit to talk
Yeah,
about.
after the Maymac.
We're definitely going to see that. I mean, I'm telling you, McGregor's going to shock the world. I'm telling you this. Oh, also on top of that, I did cop the Bodega Saucony release, the classified sneakers. These are them. They're nice, yellow and black. Can't go wrong. They're cheap. I think $1.30. As always, Saucony when it comes to the collaborations. Great suede, cool patent leather. A hint of 3M in the back. It's just a little tiny sliver of 3M. It also has a phone number you can call, and it'll give you classified ads. It's pretty funny.
Seriously?
Yeah, it has a number. 1-866-852-6344. Call that number, and you actually get classified to the phone from Bodega. The number actually works. So yeah, it's all, that's why I love collaborations with boutiques. They really go all out. Also, Saucony put out the second run of the Originator series. The first run was garbage. The second run is just as bad. I think the only sneakers on there I liked was the Forrest Gumps. The Portuguese gold was pretty. The Portugal gold was pretty cool. It's gray and black, simple sneaker. They could have just made that a regular general release, and that's it. I'm not interested in buying any of them. I'm hearing nothing but bad reviews about the quality of the sneakers. So thank God I brought the Bodegas and not any of those, because I'd probably be mad. But besides that, all the other sneakers are kind of bland, and they should all look like kind of general releases. So don't waste your money. I love Saucony. I got a bunch of Saucony. Saucony did all of my brands, but that I wasn't too enthused about, because those guys, to me anyway, they didn't seem like legitimate Saucony fans. These guys that they got YouTube videos and all they do is make about Jordans and Nikes and Ultra Boost. So
Then they call themselves sneakerheads.
yeah, then they call some sneakerheads. So it's like, don't care for you guys. So I don't feel like the love was actually legitimate. Saucony could have found people that actually in the internet community that do a lot for Saucony as far as the brand goes, and they could have had those guys. And I think they probably would have did a better job, because they understand the different sneakers. Like almost every collaboration in that was a Grid SD or Grid 9000. And to me, Grid 9000 is a gross model. I only have one pair of Grid 9000s, and after that, I really don't want them.
Oh yeah, and Amy Schmucker or Schumer, whatever the fuck, I don't give a damn. You're not worth the amount of money.
Yeah, supposedly, Amy
No.
Schumer had her little diva moment.
No.
She's mad because she's not getting paid as much as
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle
You're not funny.
First off, she's not as big as them. As far as fan base is, she's not as funny as them. It seems more like angry feminist bullshit going on. The men making this much, and how come I'm not? I bet it's because I'm a woman. No, Schumer, you're just not that funny. You're not as big as them. Sorry.
They put in more than 20 years.
I mean, to be a comedian, you gotta put in years. You don't just become a comedian overnight. There's no way in hell. So she probably has a nice little. She gotta be over a decade in this shit.
Yeah.
But
she has her niche.
But she's just not as big as them. Plain and simple. You can't. No way.
The people are shitting on her already, yo. Somebody say he's
Because
as bad as Sinbad. That's fucked up, yo. He's this Sinbad like that. Come on, man.
Because she's coming off as this little whiny entitled bitch. Yeah, I deserve this much. Yeah, you don't deserve that much. You don't pull the numbers as they do. I mean, fucking Dave Chappelle shut down Radio City Music Hall for a month. Tell me Amy Schumer can do that.
No way.
No fucking way.
Oh, and don't use this older woman.
And on top of that, Amy Schumer, she ended up opening for Dave Chappelle and the Radio City Music Show. So what did the fuck are you talking? That tells you right. So that right there tells you
Jelly Belly
where you stand at. You're not at the same level as these guys.
Jelly Belly.
Not.
It's not about being. It's not jealous.
It's not jealousy.
She's trying to get paid.
She's trying to get paid, but she's not at the same level.
11 million is not good enough for her.
She's not at the same level. She's just not.
She just won another 11 million.
She's not at the same level.
Oh, we all know that. Why do you think
Wouldn't you? I mean, she's trying to leverage her relative popularity into a payday.
I'm gonna be a social media jackass. Let's go to Amy Schumer's page, right? And let's see how many followers she has. And let's go to Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock and let's see how many followers they have. That right there also speaks volumes because according to corporate world, you know, that's how they do. They go off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, well she got millions. This amount of millions of you know what I'm saying, followers and all that accumulate, all that.
Yeah, but she's not as funny as them. She doesn't pull in the same crowd as them.
No, she has
she has her own little niche, and it's usually the white feminist girl power type shit, and that's who she attracts. And she's been known to rub people the wrong fucking way too.
Oh.
She says a lot of shit sometimes, and you just be like, yo, tell this bitch to shut the
fuck up.
I mean, she's entitled to.
I get it, you're a comedian, so you're supposed to, you know, pull strings, you know, get people angry or make people feel a certain way. But sometimes it comes off to me like she's just bratty and she's like, I don't want to play with you guys. I'm taking my ball and going home. Like that's how she comes off as. That's what she comes off as. Comes off a little spoiled brat.
I mean, she fucking this nigga. She has what? 4 million followers.
4 million compared to Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle.
4,649.
You're good. You don't need that.
I mean, Instagram
Twitter.
No, Twitter. But even then, that still doesn't gauge your fame.
Yeah.
Look, Nicki Minaj has 80 million people following her on fucking Instagram.
Yeah,
Is she selling 80 million records?
No, that doesn't mean that. But it also stands on the fan and hater basis too. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless, I mean that's what the corporate goes with nowadays. They saying, listen, this person got this amount of followers.
Look, Conor McGregor got
they're going
14 million people following on Instagram. 14 million people buying tickets.
Okay, question. What about how many Floyd Mayweather has?
He has 30 million. 30 million people buying his papers. No.
Chris Rock is only at 5 million.
See?
Don't matter.
Go ahead.
It doesn't gauge. That's not
I know. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, they will use that. I'm saying that the corporate companies will use that as an excuse, use that as a platform.
Yeah, but that doesn't work because at the end of the day, what really gauges your popularity is what you sell.
Yeah, what you can bring in.
What you can bring in. So she can have all that shit in the world, but if she's not bringing in shit, who gives a fuck? How many Instagram models you see with like 3 million fucking followers, 5 million followers?
If we're gonna go off of Twitter followers, if we're going off of followers, Dave Chappelle should be at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle only has 542,000 503 followers. So if we're gonna go off of Twitter, Chris Rock should be making fucking 21 million or 22 million. Amy Schumer should be making 11, and Dave Chappelle should be making like $10,000.
Let the corporations make that discussion.
All right then. See, it's not that. It's the fact that again, she's pushing for that because she saw what Chris Rock has, and the way she sees it is that she's hot right now. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. You're not her demographic. Let's be real. You're not her demographic.
Never will be.
Yeah, you never will be.
Fuck, I don't want to be.
Again, irrelevant. All of that is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You're not her demographic.
Her shit is.
So she, the way she sees it, she's hot right now.
She's so hot right now.
Yeah, she's like Hansel.
Wow, didn't her last Netflix special receive 1 star and got ripped by the
terrible.
comments?
It doesn't matter. Again, that doesn't matter because
Right, but it doesn't negate the fact that she wants more. She wants the same exact amount of money as Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock.
it doesn't matter. If people watch it, I'm gonna tell you right now,
They're ridiculing her.
it doesn't matter. If they're watching, it doesn't matter. You can rate the shit half a star. It doesn't matter. Fucking Adam Sandler's shitty movies that are on Netflix. Guess what? They get rated like shit. They get rated to shit. But you know what?
People still watch him.
Jewish people love it. It's not even that. They extended his contract to make fucking films. You know why? Because people are fucking watching them. They don't care about what the rating is. They care about what the views are.
Exactly.
And if people
Amy Schumer don't have the views.
and if she comes out and she has the views, then she can fucking use that as leverage. Now, if her fucking first Netflix special didn't do what they wanted it to do or what she expected it to do, that's another story. That's leverage against it. Be like, listen, man, you didn't look at the
garbage
views that,
you're pushing.
yeah, look at the views you got. Fuck reviews. They don't give a shit about reviews. You could piss all over everything. If you bought it or you watched it,
That's what cares.
that's what we care about. We had your time. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I know. It's like one of the popcorn movies. You know how everybody, you see how Batman v Superman made the most, the money, but it had like a 29?
Listen,
You
the
know what I'm saying?
perfect example of that is the Transformers films.
Trash.
They're fucking awful.
I still watch it.
They're fucking awful. But you know what? If asses go to seats and sit there and watch it, we got your money, we got your time. That's it. That's all we care about. You can fucking downgrade it, but it's fucking horrible. We don't care.
Twilight was the primary example of bullshit. Anyway.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Anyway, this is like Return of the King. This is the end of the podcast.
Yes.
There will not be a third ending.
So we'll see you guys after Mayweather, McGregor. Well, McGregor will finally be the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah, where he will build his
Overall, not boxing. Fighter isn't like.
where he will build his octa ring and fight everybody.
At the same time.
Yeah.
He wins, he gonna talk so much shit.
So we out of here. Fuck you, Jon Jones. You ruined your legacy. DC is the legitimate GOAT. If you look at his resume, he is the GOAT, and he is undefeated.
Undisputed.
And undisputed. So fuck you, Jon Jones. I know you're watching this in your house with your wild cat on your lap scratching your thing. Just know I hate you as much as you hate me.
Yeah, you could look his name up on on the block
And this
list.
is the end of the vlogcast. Peace, you bitch ass nigga.